He's the one that actually put this together with the Mount Suspicions tour. Thank you so much, buddy. And next, we have a new guy. He's a newcomer to the comedy scene. From Bozeman, Keith Martinez. Everybody put your hands together for Keith Martinez. Keith. Oh, hey, there you are.
Hey, thanks a lot. And I hope I can live up to that introduction for you guys. Yeah, it's great to be on this tour. When Kyle first asked me if I would do the tour, he was like, we're going to be doing some college places, so I just got to ask you a few questions. Does your comedy eschew racism, homophobia, and sexism? And I said, absolutely, of course it does. And then I hung up the phone, and I looked up the word eschew. And luckily I guessed correctly, because it saved me a shitload of writing. But I play music sometimes as well, and I come up with different characters, and I was messing around with this. I bought one of those, I call it a DEA Rasta tam, and it's one of those like knitted tams that has like the fake dreadlocks like attached into it, It's like, so I got one of those, and then I got, a tie-dye shirt and like these really horrible pants. And I was walking around just practicing, just being like, bless up, I and I, most high, just saying stuff like that. And then I was worried that I might get called out for cultural appropriation. But then I took a minute and I thought about it, and I basically thought, I'm sure the white Rastas will be okay with that. I do have a question though. Is it sexist language for women to refer to their breasts as the girls? I mean, nobody's actually asked the breasts how they identify, I'm assuming. It might be more, gender neutral to refer to them as the twins, or maybe the triplets in some cases. Yeah. So, I don't have much of a life. I spend a lot of time on the internet and write jokes like this. So, I'm on Facebook all the time, and it's one of those things. Everybody I'm sure has one of those friends that doesn't have Facebook, and they're definitely going to let you know. It's basically the modern version of I don't have a TV. I do CrossFit. I'm a vegan. The type. I got a friend who does not have Facebook, and he seems to think it's like just this one meme about Star Wars being passed around amongst billions of people. But it's there's at least like 4 or 5 different memes on Facebook, and almost none of them have anything to do with Star Wars. I do follow. He's missing out on very specific content though. I follow a page called Christian Dads Who Vape. It's like a real thing. You guys can look it up. I want to start my own page called Hipster Girls Who Knit at Shows. You've seen these girls out there? I applaud them for their time management skills. They're being dragged around to these shows they have clearly no interest in being at. They're making the best of their time, and I certainly appreciate that. I play music, and I thought maybe a fun thing to do would be, how like sometimes at like hippie jam shows, like they'll have like a painter like live painting the vibes, as they're going down. I wanted to do something similar, but I wanted to have someone stand on stage and live knit during my show. The thing is, I play punk rock, so it's a pretty short set, so by the end of the show, it'd be like, oh, it's 2/3 of one child's booty, inspired by your crunchy grooves, bro. I call it performance art, I guess. So, I was unemployed / working from home for quite a few years, and it was totally awesome. I would recommend it to anybody who can pull it off. The problem is after a while it gets to be somewhat of an isolating existence. And so I wound up getting a job. I work at a Korean restaurant now, and you know, it's great. I spend my days helping people pronounce words like bibimbap, japchae-bop, traditional. That last one can really throw me for a loop sometimes. You know, but I would say this, if you're the kind of person that does not like your food to touch other food, and you don't like being told what to do, don't go to this restaurant. Part of my job is literally to like tell people to mix their food together, and they just look at me like, get the fuck out of my face, dude, I know how to eat, you know. So, but it's good, you know, I got some structure in my life now, you know, it's starting to float a little too far out to sea. You know, I could kind of see the shore off in the distance, and just decided it was time to, you know, turn around and start paddling back towards the shore. You know, things were starting to get a little weird. You know, I watched like, I rewatched the entire series of Weeds on purpose. And then I found out that MTV.com, you can watch every episode of every season of The Real World ever. So I checked that one off the list. I watched every single Kirk Cameron movie one day. It's like Left Behind 1, 2, and 3. And then Fireproof. Fireproof, you know, he's a fireman. He's married to this woman. And he starts jerking off the internet porn. And you know, his wife leaves him. And then he mysteriously discovers this like handwritten manual that his father had written. And it seems to hold the key to stopping jerking off the internet porn and having the right path. All while ramming home the metaphor of you know, saving children from fire. Kirk Cameron, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, like I said, I spend a lot of time online, and you know, I'm starting to notice this trend. There's a lot of people posting about being depressed and like just nihilism, and I'm really starting to get worried. Not for my friends' well-being, but just that it's becoming too trendy, and that was kind of my thing for a while. I know that sounds incredibly hipster, but you know, it's like I used to write jokes like, you know, oh, I thought I was in love with life, but it just turns out that I'm attached to it because it fucks me so often. And, you know, that's what I work at. You know, now the jokes are just getting really lazy, you know, the jokes are like, you see like, you know, memes about chairs dealing with existentialism and stuff, you know. Not that that's not awesome, but just the jokes are getting lazy out there. Like I saw one the other day, it was like, I thought I hated everything, it just turns out it's people, places, and things. You know, it's just like, that's how I felt. So, you know, I don't know, it's just getting, it's out there everywhere these days, and, you know, I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was talking about longing for the void. She was like, oh, I long for the void, like, I just long for the void. She was talking about the void like it was Ryan Gosling or something. And, you know, she was like, oh, I don't really expect you to understand. I was like, have you seen me lately? Of course I know about the void, you know. I'm a 43-year-old musician who can't even get booked at Jester's. Like, clearly I know about the void. I'm like 5.5 feet tall. You know, if I was a rapper, my name would be Two Chins. You know, I have a long-standing relationship with the void. I mean, you know, at this point, the void and I our relationship status is something like an old couple that, you know, doesn't talk at meals. We do hand stuff once in a while still, but you know, the heart's just not in it. You know, it started off great. You know, it's like, oh, it was a glance, and then, you know, it's a staring contest, and started making out just because it got too awkward staring. Next thing you know, I'm meeting the void's parents. when I met the boy's parents, I used to have a big beard, you know, and I decided to shave it down so that I would look like fully Mexican when I met the boy's parents. And that was weird too, because after I shaved my beard, people couldn't tell that music was important to me anymore. So all I'm saying is, you know, it's just not working out with the Void anymore, and it's messed up because, you know, that combined with the trendiness of nihilism means I'm gonna have to become a positive person just out of spite. I'm gonna be one of those people that, you know, I'll be posting stuff online like, I saw one the other day. It was, I want to be the person that you say, because of you, I never gave up. And first of all, I don't think they were thinking about stalkers when they made that claim. And then, you know, that could go the other way too. You know, you could be like living in a storage shed or something like that. You know, because of you, I never gave up. Stay in school, kids. I had this guy come up to me recently though, and he was just like, you know, he's like, dude, like, because of you, I started playing the drums, you know, and I've been playing drums, and it's awesome. Like, it never would have happened if it weren't for you. And I was just like, first of all, you can't pin that shit on me. Like, you fucked up your own life. I refuse to, you know, I'm not taking that on. But, you know, I don't know, it's inspirational quotes, being those kind of people, like, that's annoying just as much as anything, you know. You see those signs in people's houses, live, laugh, love, you know? And I've never seen one of those at a party house or a bachelor pad. It seems to be only people in relationships and with children that need to be reminded to enjoy their lives on a daily basis. And you got people who post stuff like hashtag 365 grateful, you know, and it's like, you're supposed to, you know, in theory it's great. You're supposed to one day post something that you're grateful for, you know, reminds you to not take things for granted. It's a great idea, you know, the first week or so. It's, you know, the big stuff you'd expect, health, you know, home, family. You fast forward a couple of weeks and they're kind of starting to scrape the barrel. Just reaching for stuff. It'll be like, you know, Ginny at the coffee shop. She knows my order by heart. Or it'll be like, you know, sesame sticks. It's a true story. You know, all I'm saying is that it's a sad day. It's a sad day when you have to give up on apathy. And I'm Keith Martinez. That's been the time.
Thank you, Keith. Keith Martinez, everybody! Sorry, I'm in Dallas Sky times 10 in this room, and I didn't bring my notepad, so sorry for the introduction. It's a long paragraph of stuff I need to say about Keith later. Anyway, so, okay. Thank you, drummer guy.